Right, I think we're live. I think we're live. 2 seconds, people. As always, just gonna post it up on my story. Then I can get the link. Brandon Dupree. What's happening, bro? Neil or Nail? There we go, people coming in now. Nikolai, what's happening? BBM, what's happening? Tanir, what's happening? Up the Chelsea. Up the fucking Chelsea. Where's the fan favourite? He is around. He's somewhere. I was with him yesterday, to be fair. Right, people, let me quickly post this link on my story. So I've got you all in here. I tell you what, it really does start to heat up the machine. I can hear, like, already through the headphones. We're going to beat PSG, yeah? Yeah. I think we will. I think we will beat PSG. Call George Benson, mate. I actually did just see that George is live. And if I had have known, and if there was a way that we could do it, then I would do a joint live stream with George, and we could do it together. But unfortunately, Josh Avesta is your man for that. He is the one that knows how to make shit happen, basically. Yeah, so live now. Right. Okay, so out of 10, right? Or no, let's just go percentage-wise. What percentage chance does everyone give us of beating PSG? Tell me. Because I'll tell you what, PSG are a good side. PSG are a really, really decent side. Very, very good side. The only thing is, and I said this, right? I said it on the podcast with Josh before. I said, out of interest, who would you rather face next? And we both obviously said at the time, before saying who we'd rather face, we both said that PSG are the better side, right? PSG I rate as the better side out of the two of them. Mate, we both said PSG. We both said PSG's the team that we'd rather face next. So, yeah, it's one of them. It's one of them. I'm going to read out some of these percentages people are giving. Jordan Bailey, what's happening, bro? 69%. Yep, nice. 15%. No, way too low. 80%. Maybe a little too high, but I think, I'm fine with it. 40%, I think that's about fair. 150%, that's what we want to hear. Who is that? Jose Espinosa. My prediction's 3-2 Chelsea. You would imagine it would be a closer game, a tighter affair, but yeah, who knows, man? Who knows? People say that we're underdogs in other finals, but we had amazing goalies those times. And now that we have Sanchez, yeah, we did. I thought that Mendy was in terrific form going into the Champions League final. He did start, didn't he, Mendy? Yeah, of course. And then literally, like, Peter Cech won us the game, didn't he, against Bayern Munich? It always gets credited with Drogba, and it is Drogba, but at the same time as that, fuck me, like, we winning that game if it ain't for Peter Cech. Penalty save from Iron Robin. I think, what was it, 2 saves in the shootout, but he went the correct way for every single one, and that could have influenced why there was a penalty missed in the shootout. I think one was off the post, wasn't it? Very lucky that it didn't go in off the back of Czech, but I don't know whether that counts in a shootout. Who knows? Sanchez equals Mendy? No. None of that. Here we go. We've got Josh on the go. And keep. Right. So, I was having a conversation earlier about candidates for player of the tournament. Who are we saying? Now, obviously, right, whoever wins the tournament will probably end up boasting player of the tournament. And, well, I mean, team of the tournament, obviously, it will come from the team that wins it. I think that if Chelsea win this tournament, then there's a few contenders, aren't there? So let's speak about them. Number one contender, if Chelsea, and I'm not going to do them in any order, but I'm just going to speak about them and then you guys can let me know. But before we do that, a very, very generous super chat from Max Demir Mares has just donated a $19.99 super chat. Thank you very much, bro. I really appreciate that, Max. Always on the channel, super chats will be prioritized. I don't care if I'm in the middle of something, I will read out the super chats. I'll prioritize the super chats. And it's an unwritten rule on the channel. If you send it in as a super chat, you can ask anything. I will answer anything, right? Anyway, Joey, it's great to finally catch your live again. I've been working a lot, but I'll be at the final on Sunday. It's only an hour and a half away from my house. I got my tickets. I'll wave to you. First pint is for you. I'm unfortunately not going to be there, man. I'm not going to be there, unfortunately. I wish I was. Wish I was going to the final, but no. Things are a bit tricky for me at the minute. I'm in the middle of a move, and I've got a baby due. So pretty hard for me to get away for things, but it is what it is. Am I doing a lineup prediction on this stream? I never do a prediction. I always do what I want to see. Because a prediction's just like, it's a bit boring. Do you know what I mean? If I was to predict what Maresca goes with, I'd probably predict, that he goes with maybe the exact same lineup that he went with in the last game. But obviously with with Reece James in there. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Let's have a little look. Delap up front, Pedro left wing. I don't think you can play Pedro Neto left wing. I don't think you can in this scenario now, really. So I think across that front line, if you do play Delap, I think you play Pedro Neto on the right-hand side, and he offers ample protection for Reece James. And I do want to clarify what I mean by this, right? So when I say like protection for Reece James, I'm purely talking for his body. He don't need no protection. There's no, you know what I mean? There's no part of Reece James's game where it's like, oh yeah, I don't know. Let me think of a fullback. Wan-Bissaka, right? We said, yeah, it's great defending in the 1v1, but he can't go forward, whatever. And then all of a sudden, he's developed his game and whatever. There's no part of that in Reece James's game. There's not anything apart from staying injury-free, which you can tell me is the negative trait of Reece James's. Staying injury-free is the only negative trait, and I'll give you that. And that's why we put Pedro Neto in front of him. Not to protect him because he's not good enough, but just to protect his body a little bit. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it is what it is. But, sometimes, Who knows? João Pedro left wing. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think personally, I would like to... So you said predict the lineup. And this is why I'm saving it for tomorrow's video anyway. But you said predict the lineup. Now, if I was predicting the lineup, maybe it'd be something very different. But personally, prediction-wise, I could see him starting Nkunku again because I feel like Maresca feels it's been working. And I don't make him wrong. It hasn't not been working. But I wouldn't really want to see Nkunku there because I don't think he'd be at the club next season. And I think that he's done enough in the way of getting a lot of eyeballs on him so that he's in a position where, good bids do come in for him. I mean, let's have a look at the Chelsea squad, right? Chelsea. Full squad. Let's have a look at the Chelsea squad, right? And let me tell you who I do and don't think will be here next season. Yeah? So who I do and don't think. Not who I do and don't want. Who I actually think will be here and won't be here. And when I say here, I want to be very clear on this. I mean here in a capacity that whether it be a weaker Champions League group format game, whether it be a League Cup game against fucking Morecambe, whether it be whether they've got a chance of playing. So I'm not on about the here that Chilwell was last season before he went out on loan to Crystal Palace. No. I'm on about will be in matchday squads and has got a chance of playing football for Chelsea Football Club. So let's start off straight away, right? Robert Sanchez. Yeah, he'll hang about. Georgi Petrovic. Apparently rumours coming out that he is 75% done to Sunderland or something like that. Sunderland are actually doing some decent business, Petrovic over the line could be the thing that gives them the best chance of staying up out of the Championship clubs. And that's ironic because they finished the lowest, didn't they? They came up for the playoffs, yeah. Jorgensen, no, I think he will be gone. Mike Penders, no, I think he will go out on a loan somewhere. But one of Penders or Slonina will stay, and I think Jorgensen could be the one that goes. So when I'm looking at it, goalkeeper-wise, right, you got Slonina, Penders, Jorgensen, Petrovic, Sanchez. I'm not including anyone else, by the way. They're the only ones that have even potential of playing for us. Slonina probably doesn't anyway. Penders, not sure. I think we'll sign a goalkeeper. So I think much like we saw, I think Bettinelli moved on. Much like we've seen that, we'll probably see another one moved on. And I think that it could be Slonina on a permanent. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe Philip Jorgensen go out on loan, possibly. I will get back to these with the defenders because I've just seen a super chat has come in. Kez, what is KES? What currency is that? 500 KES. Thank you very much, Bonnie. I appreciate that. Who do you reckon has a higher chance of making it at Chelsea? Esteval or Quenda? The same. I know it's a boring answer. Esteval. Probably. And do you know why? Probably because a bit of recency bias, because I've been lapping it up and, looking... So, sorry, I've just seen someone in the chat saying Jorgensen when he cooked during the conference. I don't know if he cooked. I think he done all right. Definitely done all right. But, yes, and that's why I think that. Because I think that Sanchez will understand that not many teams... Definitely no team's better than Chelsea, but not many teams in general are going to want Robert Sanchez as their starting number one. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll be wrong, but I don't know. Whereas, let's say Jorgensen, we bought him in for 20-odd mil, something like that. I could see a West Ham going and paying 25 to 30 mil for him or something. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Kenya. Oh, okay. Thank you very much, bro. Right. Okay. Let's go back to the squad. Right. Okay. Levi Colwell, yes, he will be here next season. Trevor Chalobah, unfortunately, I've got a horrible feeling that we will sell Trev, but then again, we've tried every year and never have, so probably the chances are he will be here, and I hope he is. I really hope he is. Wesley Fofana, that's up in the air, you know, because if someone came in with a big bid for him, then I could see it happening. But transfer market in a minute have got his value at 25 million euros. Oh, I think we paid a bit more than that. Renato Vega, I don't think he'll be here. Axel Disasi, I don't think he'll be here. Benoit Badiashile, I think will probably be here. 24 years old, though. He might want to go play. He'll feel he's in his prime. Axel Disasi at 27 years old. Bloody hell. That is old for us. Give Clear Lake a heart attack. Right, Tosin Adarabioyo, yes, he will be here. Sarr, he'll probably go out on loan again, won't he? Because he's 19 years old. Although I have heard reports that he's not going out on loan. But I just, you hear these reports. These reports don't mean fuck all to me, to be honest. I heard loads of reports of loads of players that never came true. Anselmino, yeah, I think he'll be here. Mark Cucurella, yes. Ben Chilwell. Yeah, I think he'll be here. I think he'll be training alone at Cobham. I think he'll be here in the capacity that he was here in this season just gone by. Because although he's not that old, at 28 years old, and could bring great experience to a club, yeah, and obviously injury-wise has stayed pretty injury-free. Maybe that's got something to do with the fact that he hardly played at Chelsea or at Palace. But Chile, I just can't see anyone taking on the wages. If I was Chilwell, though, at 28 years old, knowing what a player he can be, if he can rejuvenate his career, also knowing that, let's be honest, despite, him playing there for Arsenal and Lewis Skelly being a player that many people are impressed by, Chilwell will be 29 by the time that the World Cup rolls around. He's got history with Tommy Tuchel. England are not, we're not blessed with depth at left back. Chilwell should take a wage cut and go and play and roll the dice and back himself at having a chance on getting into Tommy Tuchel's plans in some way, shape, form, or capacity. Caleb Wiley, will he be here? No, doubt it. Malo Gusto, yes, I think he'll be left back cover for Cucurella and right back cover for Reece James, although I'd rather have Joshua Changpong, and that means that yes, he will be here. Alfie Gilchrist, no. I actually think we'll let him go pure profit. I think we'll let him go for around 15 mil or something like that. Which I won't say I'd be gutted about, but I'd be upset about. Moises Caicedo, I might move him on. Doesn't really cut the grade, I think we overspent on him. Romeo Lavia, yes, he'll be here. Asugu, yes, he'll be here. Leslie Ugochukwu, no, I think he will be sold on a permanent. Enzo Fernandez, yes. Andre Santos, yes. Keenan Dewsbury Hall, yes. Carney Chukwuemeka, no, I think he'll be sold on a permanent. Matisse Amargu, I've heard he's going already. And obviously, look, man, always gut him when a player goes. But with a player like Matisse Amargu, he ran his socks off for us. He gave everything for the club. Everything for the badge. And you cannot tell me that you guys did not have some unreal memories that you will probably take to the deathbed with you of Matisse Amargu in a Chelsea shirt. You know what I mean? Unreal memories. In fact, top 5. Let's go top 5 Matisse Amargu memories. There's so many, isn't there? There's so many. Oh, I'm going to miss him. Yeah, I'm really going to miss him. Good lad he was. I did think he was quite a good player, but apparently he was sold in Strasbourg. So Cole Palmer, yes, he'll be here. Nkunku, no, he won't be here. Jamie Gittins, yeah, obviously he'll be here. Tarek George, yeah. Mudryk, no. Neto, Yes. Madueke? No. I think he'll go to Arsenal. Sterling? No. And I do think he will go on a permanent transfer. I think that someone, either Saudi or MLS based, will come in for him. I hope. João Felix, that could be a headache, but no, he's 25 years old and he's still got so much talent. Yeah, he won't be here, but we'll probably take a loss on him. Nicholas Jackson, yes, I believe he'll be here. João Pedro, yes. Liam Delap, yes. Amanda Broha, no. I think we'll finally move him on a permanent. I do think it will be to a lower league club, something like that. Maybe one of the promoted sides. Who knows? Who knows? Or maybe he'll go abroad. But it will be pure profit. And I'm gutted, man, because at one point with Amanda Broha, I thought we had a Drogba regen, Costa regen, Hasselbank regen, whatever regen you want. I thought we had one of them. But he did a very, very serious injury in a mid-season friendly, pointless fixture. Probably why he was playing, to be fair, because it was when he wasn't anywhere near first team. And he lost his pace. And he hasn't really scored many, if any, goals since then. So, gutted for him, because I like Broa. But at 23 years old, he is still a physical specimen. And I think that someone should take a gamble on him. And I think that what could end up happening with Broa, unlikely on the season that we've just seen of him at Everton, but what could end up happening with Broa is that we end up moving him on for, like, I don't know, Callum Hudson-Odoi money, and then he's worth a lot more. Do you know what I mean? Mark Yu, I think, no. I think he could go out on loan. I think if you've got Nicholas Jackson, Liam Delap and João Pedro, I think maybe Mark Yu might go out on loan. I think he might. I think he might benefit a lot from that experience. He'd benefit way more than sitting on the bench. David Atro Fofana will sell, and we should get some money for him. More than €6 million. So, there you go. That's what transfer market had him valued at. Not going to lie, the way we treated Chile was sad. Yeah. It was, but players do come and go. And then when you think about it, yeah, like, if we ostracized Ben Chilwell and excluded him and made him train with the kids and whatever, and we were starting a kid in front of him, let's say we'd never moved Ian Matson on, for example. I actually really rated Ian Matson, but let's say we'd never moved Ian Matson on, I'd kind of go, yeah, I know what you mean by that. But at the same time, there's not that much room to be sentimental when you have a player like Marc Cucurella in front of him, in my opinion. So, yeah, I don't know. People, if you want any read out straight away, get a super chat in. If not, get your questions in. And if I ain't got to them, just send them back in again. Obviously, like the stream as well. That's very important, please. I'm going to do 45 minutes on this stream. So I'm going to do another 20. And we always do last 10 minutes of anything. Anything goes. You can ask me anything. Thomas has sent... Is that Australian dollars? I believe it's Australian dollars. $14.99. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, it is Australian dollars because I'm reading it now. Morning, Thomas. Yacanis? I believe Yacanis. Morning from Australia, Joey. I'm travelling to London next year for my honeymoon. What's the best way to get tickets to the bridge and best seating? Right, I'll start off with best seating. The best view of a match at Stamford Bridge is obviously going to be in the west or the east upper, I would say. Some would say lower, but I would say upper, right? That's the best view. There's not really any atmosphere. There's no atmosphere. Now, the atmosphere always used to be in the Shed End. Shed End's still good for it. Decent view. But if you want the most authentic experience, I'd say go in the Matthew Harding lower. Stand throughout the match. You'd have to stand because everyone's standing. Get smashed. And And you won't have the best view in the ground in the Matthew Harding Lower. In fact, you'll only have a good view of Chelsea, like a really good view, for 45 minutes or one half, yeah? But you get the best atmosphere. You get the best atmosphere. Now, the second part of that super chat is something that I should address because it's just messages that I get constantly, absolutely constantly. And that is how to get tickets for Chelsea Football Club. Lads, lasses, the few of you that there may be in here, I can't get you tickets. I can't get you tickets for Chelsea games. You obviously know that you can't just easily buy them through the website, even if you're a member and whatnot. You obviously know that, and that's why so many of you, and this is a thing, like I get this on a daily basis, every single day, without any shadow of a doubt, I will get 2, 3, and some days like 10 messages, inboxes, whatever, saying like, oh, Joey, and there'll always be like long messages as well. I'm traveling from this place, that person, you know, whatever. I can't get you them. I can't get you them because the only way I could ever get someone a ticket would be if I could absolutely guarantee Stonewall that the person I'm getting them a ticket off will not let me down. And the only way to do that would be to buy them through the club. But obviously, you know, you can't buy them through the club. Do you know what I mean? So although I don't have a season ticket and obviously don't have any trouble getting hold of tickets, I can't vouch for the people that give me tickets for other people. Because if you travel somewhere and I've sought you a resale ticket out, you know what I mean? Then they let you down, then I've let you down, and I can't let you down, so it's what it is. LRob26, what's happening, bro? Any talks with Merms about fighting soon? No. No talks. So, I don't know. Let's see. I don't want to say the wrong things, and I don't want to say too much. There's no talks. Yeah, there's no talks. Who knows, man? I've got a kid on the way soon. I've got a lot of important shit, and fighting takes a lot of time away from the things that make me money. And yes, obviously, fighting makes me money. It makes me good money, but it needs to be consistent and planned and whatnot. And, you know, I need to know what I'm doing. So if I don't know what I'm doing, basically what I'm saying is then I'll just be working. And if I'm working, then yeah, listen, I'm a dog. I can get in there and fight at any given date. But I want to fight at my best. And to be at my best, I need a full camp and a plan. That's what I need. And I'm not saying, by the way, that I don't get given that, a full camp and a plan, but I just need it. So at the minute, I don't think there is a plan for me. Arsenal fans are so salty that Chelsea are in the final. Yeah. Have you ever met any of the sidemen? The sidemen? Yeah, obviously. Well, I mean, KSI runs Misfits, or, well, he don't run it, but he's at every event. So, yeah, I've met KSI loads of times. Sidemen? Who else have I met? Who's one of the sidemen? I've met Luke Littler. Is he one of the sidemen? He follows me. And he was on a Sidemen thing talking about me. It was like him, Bazinga, KSI, and a couple others that I don't know their names. They were talking about me on some Sidemen podcast thing. But yeah, I've probably met more of the Sidemen. I don't know who are the actual Sidemen. Right. Question. If Chelsea win the Club World Cup, will the media stop writing us off? No, of course it won't. Jamie Carragher, Gary Neville, everyone like that will say, oh, oh well, it was just a pre-season tournament. All these players are knackered, really hot out there. Oh yeah, wasn't the same conditions for us too. Oh yeah, we didn't play a shitload of games last season, winning the European trophy. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. Loving the background. Don't know why, but it looks nice. This is just I mean, I'll be honest with you, this isn't my room. This is my dad's room. Congrats on a newborn. Thank you, mate. The baby's not born yet. Optimism's paying off. Yes, it is. It is paying off. What's your predictions for PSG versus Chelsea? I would say a cheeky little 1-0 Chelsea win. I'd say, yeah. Cole Palmer goal. Oh, super chat from Owens. What's happening, bro? The 9.99 special. Legend. Thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate that. Always in the chat. Always super chatting. Just a legend, this fella is. Real good bloke. If you could time travel, past or future? Past. I don't want to go into the future. Everyone's... Oh, no. Let's not get negative. But everyone's dying already, mate. Everyone's... Fuck the future. Oh, couldn't think of anything worse. I'll go back to the past and I'll go and spend some time with people I love. Right. Ryan. Yes, Joey. Hope you're well, lad. What's your thoughts on Arsenal and Partey situation? Do you know what? I am not even just saying this, right? I actually don't know much about it. I know what's happened, but I don't know much about it to the extent of I don't know if you know that I have a true crime channel, but I have a true crime channel, and on the true crime channel, we cover loads of true crime cases and whatnot. Basically, normally I would just want so much more, oh, what's happening here? The screen's cutting off a little bit. Are we all right? Yeah. Normally, I would just want so much more information before even giving my opinion on it. But if Arsenal know that he was guilty, and if he gets proven guilty, then yeah, it doesn't reflect well, does it? But I don't know. I need to look into it. Which one player would you sign if you could sign one more player this window? A top-level goalkeeper. Maybe Sommer, maybe Keith Petrovic. I don't know. Yeah. Do we know if Moises is okay? He's been training. I know he's been training, yeah, so hopefully he should be all right. Do you think a title challenge is the minimum for Maresca next season? No, I don't. Not at all. Minimum. That's to say that if we didn't challenge for the title, I wouldn't think that's a successful season. Bro, we could not challenge for the title because someone could run away with it. So we could finish on more points than we did this season, right? We could, progress to the latter stages of the Champions League. Who knows? Literally who knows? But we could do. We could win a domestic cup. Yeah. So look, if we won, let's say, an FA Cup, right? And we finished top 4, yeah? Anywhere. 4th, 3rd, whatever. Top 5 really, isn't it, with the coefficient? But I'd ideally like a 4th or 3rd, yeah? So it's a progression on this season. Maybe a little bit more in terms of points total and a little bit more in terms of wins over you know, we got a win over Liverpool this season. I'd like a win over a City and Arsenal, teams like that. But yeah, if we don't put up a title challenge, because let's say, for example, Man City come back strong and they run away with the title by 15 points or something, you know, with a few games to go, they've completely run away with it, then nah, I don't think it's minimum expectation at all. Favourite Chelsea player of all time would be... well, I mean, for me, I was born 1994, so JT. But Lamps, you know, Idiger Johnson, loved him. Absolutely loved him. Priority signing right now, I would say, is a goalkeeper, but I do also think we need backup at left back. I definitely think we need backup at left back. Malo Gusto can play there, but yeah, I don't know. What do you think the odds are of a Rodrigo type signing this summer? Slim, but with Chelsea, I've pretty much learnt to never write anything off. Everything's a possibility. Anything can happen when you're Chelsea Football Club. So it could happen. Right, people, it is 4 minutes past 8 UK time. I'm going to go till 10 past. Get your questions in. Last 5 minutes, we only do non-sport related. It's always the rule in here. Always the rule. So get some exciting ones in. Get some fun ones in. Anything you've ever wanted to know, get it in now. Because the last 5 minutes, this is always what we do. Right, okay. Can everyone, by the way, if anyone's able to do this, and it would be great if I actually knew a way of putting it in the chat. I don't know a way of putting it in the chat. Is there a way of putting it in the chat? Basically, what I was going to say to you is I'm trying to get the followers up on my... Here we go. I'm trying to get the followers up on my boxing TikTok account, right? Because I'm really close to 10k. And if I can get to 10k, then I can earn money off it. And then I can put a little bit more time into it. So if you're not, even if you're not interested in it, please go and follow. Oh, hold up. I'm putting it in the chat now. Please go and follow that boxing account on TikTok, because that boxing account can earn me some money, and it'd be good if it could. Do I think I'll be a good dad? Yeah, I mean, I'm already a good dad. I'm a dad already. God's tier list of snacks for a Netflix night in with the missus. Condoms, ideally, because this is the second she's got, and just... No, I'm joking. Right. What would I be having? I'd probably be having them red Doritos, not the orange Doritos, those red Doritos, the spicier ones. I'd probably just have them plain and wouldn't have them a bit of salsa, nothing like that. Halloumi, green olives, maybe a little bit of pita and hummus, something like that, or chicken pakoras and hummus, something like that. Yeah. I like stuff like that, olives, savoury, that type of stuff. Yes, Jordan Bailey, good man. Right, okay. Best piece of advice to give to someone having their first boxing fight. Don't showboat. Everyone will fucking never let you hear the end of it. No. Best piece of advice. The thing is, in your first fight, you're always going to lose your head. That's the truth of it. You're always going to lose your head. I'd say 1 in 10 might not. I might be able to stay calculated, concentrated in the moment, but you'll normally always lose your head. I've lost my head. Out of 14 fights, I've lost my head once in 14 fights, and that was my first fight. you always lose your head. And what I mean by that is like the things you've trained, the things that you want to pull off, the things that you're expecting you're going to be able to pull off and you're going to be able to do, you just won't be able to do them. They just don't come. But other stuff comes, and that doesn't mean you won't be able to win it. Trust me. Go in there, be confident, be calm, try and listen, and make sure you don't shoot your load too early. Yeah? Don't be blowing after round 1. Just box a move. Box a move. Spar with Josh to get more followers, yeah? Tequila or beer? Beer. Easy. Trinidad and Tobago, big up. Muay Thai or boxing? For me, boxing. Favourite strain? I don't know. Nice bit of lemon. Or New York City Diesel. Club World Cup trophy or domestic double and 4th place? Club World Cup trophy or domestic double and 4th place? Domestic double and 4th place. I'd have to do it. I'm sorry, I would have to do it. But, you know, you'd want to say Club World Cup, but domestic double and 4th place. I mean, fucking hell, what, 3 trips to Wembley? You know what I mean? And getting Champions League for the next season. So that'd be good. But I did say non-Chelsea related questions for the last 5 minutes, and we're nearly at the end of it. So get your last ones in now, because otherwise there's no more getting answered. Old school with the strains, yeah. No Snow White for me. No, none of that. Right, people. I think I'm going to call that a day. I'm going to bang out a few more... I'm going to bang out a few more reels, stuff like that, because I've got loads of stuff that I've been working on. We've got like loads of true crime stuff going out off of Joey and Josh. One of the cases, right, that's coming out on... What day is it coming out? It's coming out on Sunday, right? One of the cases is the best case I've covered. Like, it's so good, yeah. Oh, another super chat come in. Thank you very much. David, $9.99. Yes, thank you very much, mate. Hold on, just haven't been able to catch a live since the Liverpool win shortly after my mum passed away. How's life treating you, Joey? Yeah, David, man. I remember you from the Liverpool stream. Fuck, how's life treating me? How's life treating you, mate? How are you doing? Everyone show a lot of love for David in the chat. Yeah, man. I'm really sorry to hear about your mother passing. It's horrible. Very, very horrible. And I've had... my mother hasn't passed, thank God. But I've had... we've had bereavements in the family recently and stuff. Unexpected ones too. And it's just like, shit, man. And I see the impacts and feel the impacts that it has. So it's shit. Yeah. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, mate. And I hope that you're keeping mentally positive and keeping yourself busy. That's the most important thing. Keeping yourself busy every day. Best city in the UK for a night out, Newcastle. But then again, do you know what? Newcastle's a little bit dead now, actually. Like, I've been up there quite a few times recently, and I mean, the old spots that used to get, I don't know if anyone can hear her. She's shouting about something out there. Right. Brazilians or Colombians, either. Whatever shapes off nicer. Super chat from Chris. Thank you, bro. Really appreciate that. Rodrigo to Chelsea, especially with Noni to Arsenal. Yeah, could be. Fanta Fishing said Newcastle's overrated. Group of lads You've got no chance getting in anywhere. There you go. I was all right. I was all right when I went, but it was only two of us, me and one pal, full of crumpet. David, whose mother unfortunately passed away, said, to be honest, life has been good, all things considered. Chelsea keeping my spirits up. Good. I hope we can carry on to do that. And I'll tell you what, I remember when you were in the chat before, obviously your mum had literally just passed, and it was that Liverpool game, and no one expected us to win that game. We went and did it. So there you go. Maybe that's a sign, eh? 1 round with AJ or 3 rounds with Canelo. See, that's the thing. Like, Canelo's actually not even far off my height. He's only like 4 inches taller. So if you're thinking about the chance of actually landing on someone, you're probably going to go with Canelo. Although you'd be able to hit AJ with straights to the body or whatever. But yeah, I mean, either you're fucked, you're just going to get yourself hurt badly. I think I'd have more of a chance getting on my toes and keeping away from AJ for 1 round than Canelo. Yeah. Usyk or Triple D next weekend. Unfortunately, because of Great Britain, I'm wanting to back the Brit. Unfortunately, I do think it'd be Usyk. But it's not unfortunate for boxing because Usyk's been a great champion. Yeah. So, right, people, thank you very much for everyone who's been in here. Thank you even more for everyone that's donated with the super chats. Chris, David, Owens, as always, Thomas, Bonnie, Max. There's been a few of you in here today, so thank you very, very much. I really, really appreciate it, everyone that has donated super chats. I'm going to get a video up tomorrow morning. So I get a video up. Well, I'll record it tomorrow morning. I'll get it up tomorrow late morning. And we'll preview the final. So we'll preview the final tomorrow morning. That'll be up. And then, yeah. I'll do some sort of stream. I'll do a live stream for the final.